Welcome back to EDI Sports Cards. If you hit the subscribe button, then you are watching this video because you knew you wanted to find out what the surprise was with this jersey.
Welcome, sports fans, to the 2023 Stanley Cup playoffs. Which players will up their value? So let's look at the first round matchups. We have Boston versus the Florida Panthers. Then we have Toronto versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. There's the Carolina Hurricane versus the New York Islanders, the New York Rangers versus the New Jersey Devils, and in the West, Seattle Kraken versus the defending champs Colorado Avalanche, the Dallas Stars versus Minnesota Wild, Vegas Golden Knights versus Winnipeg Jets, and last, the Edmonton Oilers versus the LA Kings.
We're going to have a little fun in this video. So if you don't know hockey at all, this is the video you need to watch. So what we're going to do is we're going to do two things. We're going to first give you a preview of a couple players to watch in each game, and their card should go up if their team goes further in the playoffs. So that'll be one player from each team. And then the second thing we're going to do is I'm going to predict which team will make it out of the first round. So you'll get to see the bracket. You'll get to see the teams that I think are going to win those series. Now, you may see some upsets. Just be aware, you may see some upsets. So here you go. Are you ready? Let's go look at the players that you need to watch this NHL playoff season.
The two players to look out for are Boston goaltender Linus Ullmark and Matthew Tkachuk. In Tampa Bay, Vasilevsky's in goal and Austin Matthews is up front. You have Sebastian Aho versus Ilya Sorokin, Shesterkin versus Jack Hughes. You have Matty Beniers, the Rookie of the Year, and Cal McCarr. And you also have Jason Robertson versus Kirill the Thrill in his first series with the Vegas Knights. And you have Josh Morrissey and Connor McDavid and Quentin Byfield. Now let's look at the first round of the playoffs. The first game, Boston should win that series. In the next series, Tampa Bay should be able to come out on top. You then have Carolina should beat the Islanders. And the Devil-Rangers series will be close, but the Rangers should pull it out. Now, as we look over to the West, here is the upset. Seattle over the championship Avs. Dallas should beat the Minnesota Wild. And in the Vegas Knights series, that should go 7, but Vegas should pull it out. And as we turn to the last series in the West, the Oilers should beat the Kings going away.
Hello, Card Hoarder Nation. So what did you think? So what I want you to do is I want you to put down in the comments below which series did you think I got wrong. So right now I want you to go in before the series are over. Which series do you think I got wrong and which teams would you predict? Now, I only picked the top players for each one of those teams. I want to make that clear. So, yes, there are other players on Boston besides Linus Ullmark, but literally he's the best player at this point that you need to be looking at. Obviously, the Rangers have Adam Fox. They also have Patrick Kane. If he wins another Stanley Cup, that should increase the value of his card. He may turn out to be, especially if he plays next year, he may turn out to be the best American-born hockey player to ever play in the NHL. He is still chasing after Mike Modano. But one of the things that you guys need to understand is that hockey is a team sport. And so even though there are superstars on the ice, it is a team sport, which is the reason why I have both Tampa Bay and Seattle coming out of the first round, even though probably not the odds-on favorite. That most people are counting out Tampa Bay playing against Toronto. They are loaded. Austin Matthews is one of the NHL superstars. But again, I just think that the experience level that Tampa Bay has may overwhelm Toronto. And if they lose in the first round again, I don't know what's going to happen to Toronto. They're going to trade a lot of players. So we'll have to see. Now, I don't do a lot of hockey. I know that. I know that most of my viewers don't really know hockey. So please put down in the comments below, which are your favorite sports? That's what I want to lean into. I want to cover the cards that you want to hear about. So do you want to talk about modern? Do you want to talk about vintage baseball? Do you want football? Do you want hockey? Do you want basketball? I will say that the two sports that I know the most about are baseball and hockey. I did a thesis in college on baseball, and I've been watching hockey for over 40 years. So I'll just put it that way. I know those two sports the best, but I also do follow football and I do follow basketball. So we can dive deep into those playoff series as well, into the NBA. If you want, just let me know, put it in the comments. I want you to hit the subscribe button if you're not a member of the Card Hoarder Nations right now. And if you don't know what a card hoarder is, here's the definition. If you buy and hold, you're a collector. And if you collect more than 10,000 cards, you're a hoarder, just like me. So welcome to Card Hoarder Nation. Please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.